there comes a light bulb moment when someone works out, shit, what's the thing that's keeping me stuck from unstuck? How do I self-sabotage myself? So I'm going to share 3 stories, and they're going to be light bulb moments for you. Story number 1. I'm 19, 20 years of age. Uni hasn't worked out. I work in real estate. I'm working for Chambers Fleming, the professionals, Padstow. Great office, still is today. I'm working hard. It's a Saturday, Sunday office. It opens on Sundays. And I've got a group of friends. There's 6 or 7 of them I'm close mates with. At the time, those 6 or 7 people were similar in some ways, but in other ways, I'm very career focused. I really want to make real estate work. I want to make money. I haven't come from money, and I wanted money. Many years later, I realised that it's not as important as I thought. But that's not the purpose of this subject. I wanted money. So what's happening is I'm working my ass off. But these 6 people that I'm hanging out with, they like to take ecstasy. They party a bit. Friday nights and Saturday nights are big nights. Sundays, they generally miss Sunday. They just sleep through all of Sunday. And then Tuesday, Wednesday, they feel normal again. So on the one hand, I've got this career. On the other hand, I've got this. And then what I'm doing is I start going to bed very early on Friday nights, Saturday nights. I start working full days. And then what actually happens is the guys start saying, like Panos is money hungry. All he's interested in real estate. He's not one of the boys anymore. He's too good for us. Snickering remarks like that. You know what I mean? And I think to myself, I go good for 3 months at work, then I go off track. I go good for 3 months, and then I go off track. And there's other issues involved. But I end up meeting with a psychologist. And in the conversation, it becomes very clear to me. It's not that I go off track because I'm lazy. It's not that I go off track because I'm not disciplined. It's not that I go off track because I'm a loser. I go off track because I've got an unconscious underlying value that is being met and I don't realize it. And what it is on the one hand, I want to be successful. I want to prospect, I want to list, I want to sell, I want to make money, I want to be on track, I want to wake up early. But on the other hand, in the back of my head, I want to be in a group, I want to have friends, I want to be approved. I want to be part of the call it what you like, the brotherhood, your mates. And he then explains to me that, Tom, often what happens is when we go off track, what's actually happening is you're actually getting a kickback out of going off track. I said, but what kickback would I get off going off track? He goes, it's raw. It's going to take work to do it. But if you sit back, you will notice you are getting some currency payoff by going off track. And there's 2 currency payoffs that force me to go off track. Let me tell you what they are. The first one is my mates. And he explains, Tom, what if you had a group of people that weren't doing what they were doing, but they were waking up early and exercising? And they were your people. What if the group of people that you were looking at being part of were people that had common goals like you? Not just 30% of them, but all of them. They were along the lines like that. But as I do further work, I realise I have another issue. And the other issue is this: my upbringing. My upbringing had brought me up that money is not good. And examples. I still remember as a 6 or 7 year old looking at this hot car while I'm sitting in the car at the back with my dad. And my dad, I say to my dad, look at that. And my dad said, it's a nice car, but I bet you he's a crook. That's the beginning of me associating that lots of money could be someone that's deceptive, someone that has won and another person has lost. So as I work with this guy, I begin to realize there's a few light bulb moments there. It's confronting because you've actually got to go deep down to think about the things that you believe. And then what actually happens is he says something very profound. He said, Tom, what if you changed the story? And the story is people that make a lot of money solve a lot of problems. And that's why they get paid that much. People that make a lot of money add the most amount of value. Do you think if that was your new assumption instead of the one that you've been brought up with, do you think that's a better belief to have? So there's these two rocks. So as time has gone by and as I've gotten older and I've studied, and psychology was the main subject I studied at uni, coaching psychology. All these concepts started to become evidence-based by research. And I want to share with you a coaching session with an agent recently that explains this concept. So we're on the Quenza app. How many connections? He has a lot of one-on-ones. He pays for one-on-ones. And I turned around and I said, I want to let you know, every 2 weeks when we speak, I keep having this common excuse. And the excuse is, Tom, sorry, I couldn't do it this fortnight. I couldn't do my 30 connections this fortnight. And the reason why is I've been busy with buyers. Tom, I couldn't actually do these 30 connects, the 2 hours a day that we talk about. Why? Because I've got current vendors I've got to look after. So what happens is this. In fact, if I can show you, and I'm hoping it should be able to see it. Bit hard to see. Commitment. He commits to doing 30 connections a day, 2 hours. That's his commitment. But number two is he doesn't do it. He doesn't do it because he's prospecting for buyers, he says. I'm working buyers. Or I'm looking after my current campaigns. But in fact, he's got a hidden competing commitment. And what it is this. Get ready for it.
It's given you a test drive of Real Estate Gym. Let me tell you, if you're a subscriber and a member of the gym, you'll be getting videos from our co-coaches all the time. You'll be getting mentors, you'll be getting scripts, you'll be getting dialogues, you'll be getting templates, and most importantly, My Prospector, your personal accountability system to make more calls, get more appointments, get more listings. From around $10 per week, realestategym.com.au, your personal coach.